Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Late Night Gaming Sessions with Zero and DA. We are back once again playing Solstice Arena, this time doing some character highlights for our mains, Ava and Jericho. I am playing Ava, an assassin support. DA is playing Jericho. We thought we'd just go over some quick know-hows on how to play this character. We will start with Ava. Being a support, her first main support move is the ability to slow down the opponent with ice spears. They will shoot up from the ground into a straight line, and they will slow them quite a lot. So in the heat of the moment, you can use that and get away. You also have her Void, which enters a circle, just constantly doing damage to any enemies in it. You can also upgrade this as you level her up to make your movement speed increase. You can increase the range, and you can also increase how much damage it does depending on how you want to build it. And last, we have her main, which is very useful. You can use this. It can hit multiple targets, or it can hit just one depending on how you shoot it. It stuns them, silences them, and pulls them towards you. So if they're trying to get away, boom, now he's coming straight for me, allowing you to continue. Use a couple of these in succession, and then you've got one dead enemy. So once he comes back, we will go into Jericho and see what he can do to me.
You have killed an enemy.
And a quick rundown about Jericho. He is a mage support. He's all about healing your allies, silencing the enemies, and doing a bit of damage at the same time. His first spell is called Lunar Hush. It will silence the enemies, not allowing them to cast any spells during that time. It is an AoE spell, so you can catch several people in it. His second spell is his Fireball. It does a short-ranged nuke that will do an AoE blast at the very end. It has quite a bit of range if you level it up for that. And if I'm standing right next to Zero, I cast it after the cooldown goes down, it'll cast right on him and it will not pass through him. That's something that you do have to keep in mind. So if you're trying to snipe off somebody at the very end, you might want to move around them. Last but not least is his Equinox, which will heal him, any allies it passes through, and deal damage to his enemies. It is also a global spell. It will keep on traveling until it literally passes through the walls.
And we can show that right now. We'll go ahead and you stop right there in front of your tower. I'm going to head back, and we can see just how far it can get. I'll go back all the way to my home base. You can go ahead and fire that off as soon as you're ready there, DA.
Actually, I'm going to run all the way back behind my main base. And,
yeah, well, there's one.
Okay. So I guess it isn't completely global.
No, it went all the way unless you moved forward.
Well, I had to move forward the second time. Here's another cast from around in the middle of my area.
It has a lot of range. It can use it to snipe straight across the map. You can use it to heal allies depending on where they are on the map. There's a lot of diversity there. The best way to use it is definitely if you know that your team is in a fray. Let's say that you just got taken care of. You're spawning back at the base, and you know that everyone's fighting right in the middle. You send that straight down. Your team gets healed. Do the extra damage to the enemy. It could be just that little bit of a push that your team needs to take them all out.
Yeah. And the best way to actually cause a lot of damage with him is to cast all your spells at once and then run away.
And you'll see he was able to withstand all that, so that he can take a hit against in early games, so use that to your advantage.
And a lot of times I see a lot of people not using Equinox to its fullest. Cast it every single time that it comes off of cooldown. Unless you're waiting to kind of coax the enemy team and taunt them into attacking one of your allies, you can basically coax the enemy team to engage onto one of your allies and then send out a healing wave.
Blue team power play.
Now, if I could react a little bit
You
faster,
have
then
killed
I
an
probably
enemy.
would have ended up killing him, but unfortunately,
Everything happens
I'm
for a
so
reason,
cool.
my friend.
I'm a slowpoke.
With
So right now I'm respawning. Another thing you might have noticed is that you might not have noticed my Lunar Hush and Fireball, possibly because I'm casting them where they will go off at the same time. I'm casting the Lunar Hush, which has a short delay until it actually fires off, and then my Fireball. So I'll show you a little demonstration of that. So it seems like it's one spell.
Red team power play.
I kind of
You
did
have
that
been
just to
killed.
be evil.
Alright, and now that we're back in the fray, with Ava, the best thing to do is, I find when you're upgrading her as she levels, go with the area for her void. As you can see here, it takes up the entire middle platform, so if you use it here, even if the enemy team is trying to capture the chest, there's nothing that they can do. They can't capture while they're being attacked. It's a good way to stall them and wait for your team to come back you up. The best and by far strategy that there is no matter what, if you're 1 versus 1, if there's 2 versus 1, if you have the whole team against each other, is it's to go all out. If you build her the correct way, her attack speed will be through the roof. So basically all you need to do is void them, freeze them, pull them towards you, keep them in that void, and just go for it. And you'll see it just drains their life.
You have
And I
killed
think
an
with that,
enemy.
we've gone into just about everything you can do with these guys. Next time we will go into some builds on how to play them different playstyles. Actually, she makes a very good tank. And Jericho can end up being one of the most heavy damage casters in the game. So until then, like and favorite if you enjoyed. Remember, enjoy your late night play sessions. We always do. And we'll see you next time.